What's going on YouTube? Quick video update here. Got my MPA LOC V1 back from MPA. They had it about 5 weeks. I got it back last Friday. Haven't shot it yet. I did dry fire with it several times over the weekend and this week so far. And just wanted to go over what they did to it, what I can tell they did to it if you're having the same issues I had. And oh, by the way, they didn't charge me anything, which is awesome. Original quote was a couple $100, and they did at least $300 worth of work to it, and I got it back for no charge. So super awesome. So what did I send it in for? When I was gripping the pistol, this, I don't know, firing side safety, right side safety was digging into my hand, and I was getting a lot of stuck trigger. As in, I would pull the trigger, I'd be shooting a stage, pull the trigger, and it would feel like it was on safe, even though I hadn't engaged the safety. So what they've done, what I can tell they've done, is they have redesigned the safety. I had this working before. There we go. So you can see now this safety is much more teardrop shape. Before it was more oval shaped, more like that. It was a little bit thicker than these on the standard DS9 hybrid, but it was more oval shaped like that. So what they took that material out, and so now when I grip the pistol, I mean that's about as high as I can get, and the safety is off, and it's barely touching my hand in there. Where before, this would really dig into my hand and dig into this knuckle quite a bit. So I think that's awesome. The other thing they did, is changed this angle. So I think before it was more flat. This isn't 100% flat, but it's flatter, maybe 10 degrees off zero. This looks like it's almost 30 degrees off zero. So again, just changing the angle there. These are their shielded safeties, and the new safeties. That's what it would look like on safe. That's what it would look like off safe. We'll flip it around here. Safe and off safe. So for me, I think the thumb's gonna be a little bit different riding that safety, but I like it. I think it clears a little bit of space. I have big hands, so these grips are pretty. I have trouble finding space to put my palm on this, so I think it clears some space up top there for me to really push that palm in. So I'm really excited about that. Not worried about that. The other thing I did buy from them, I have a couple more Defender XLs up waiting to go on guns. This one has the SRO. I did buy a new plate, and I'll be putting that on as soon as I find a day to go to the range and zero it. I'd rather have this optic zeroed than the new optic not zeroed. One disappointing thing though, if you go back to my other video where I talk about the differences, this plate, you can kind of see it against my skin there, still has pretty sharp corners on it. Again, it's just something you got to figure out. I dug my thumb into it a couple times when I first got the plates on, but not the end of the world. Anyway, MPA is a great company. You hear very few bad things about them on the internet. So replace the safety is what the sheet says. It says they also replaced the detent springs. These are, so one thing I've noticed, these are pretty stiff detent springs. I really have to push up hard with that thumb. Not going to be a problem in USPSA, and I'm working it a lot in dry fire on purpose to break it in. But for 3 gun, if I go to reholster or I'm dumping the gun, that's something I'm really gonna have to be cognizant of, and possibly even using the other hand, which will slow down the transition between guns. Yeah, the other thing, these are the mag wells are aluminum. I dry fire with steel magazines. My other one was silver in here, and they replaced that for no charge to me, which was awesome. Those are like $60 on their website, I think, or something like that. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that on YouTube. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But it's on their website. It's a part. But they replaced all that for free, sent it back to me, and I am shooting a Geisley 2-gun match this weekend. Excited to get this out and run it and shoot the long rifle out to range. Okay, that's all I've got. YouTube, less than 5 minutes. You're welcome. Have a good day. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Bye.